than people's lives.
Okay, look.
So Piers, don't interrupt me as you're talking about abortion rights and you say you support a woman's right to choose. Shut up and listen. As someone who's a mom, as someone who could have died herself, okay? It's time for you to shut up and listen to the women.
Damn, that was aggressive from Francesca right there. And so we turn to Francesca from that video. I know you've been doing Piers Morgan's show for a while. Did you, when you launched into that, were you at all worried that that might be your last appearance? I mean, it was strong, 100% right, but also very strong and aggressive.
No, in fact, that's okay by me. I've told my audience, and you all should know, that I don't care about being invited back on Piers Morgan's show. Often it is me versus 3 diehard MAGA from different walks of grift, and they are some of the most idiotic and insane people I've ever had to have a discussion with. And then there's Piers Morgan. So honestly, they beg me to go on frequently. It is an unpaid gig, which is sad for me. And so I have to use it as a moment, yes, to score some points and to make some points, but also to have fun. And this was a moment where we were talking about women's reproductive rights and Donald Trump claiming that he would protect all women. Piers Morgan finishes saying he supports a woman's right to choose. And then I speak and he decides to interrupt me in the middle of speaking. And that I found to be just a little bit too hypocritical. When you support women and yet you're going to interrupt them when they're making a point about truly women being left to die, women being asked to wait until they are dying before receiving life-saving abortion care. And again, a lot of these women are people who not only already are moms, but who want to be pregnant, but their pregnancy, for whatever reason, is non-viable. And they are being left, whether it's in Texas, Oklahoma, Ohio, Florida, the stories are endless, right? It is disgusting. And so I was trying to explain what was going on, and you know what? I can handle getting interrupted by people, but at that moment, I just wasn't feeling it. Just wasn't feeling it.
I think understandably so. I want people to get the full context though. So we're gonna play a little bit more of what was going on around that got you to go off in that particular way.
You can imagine, okay, a second Trump administration, what would it be like? What would it be like for women? We don't have to, because it's happening right now, where people are bleeding out in their cars from having miscarriages that should be treated and attended to. They're losing their ability to ever have children again, right? Because hospital workers are more concerned with bureaucracy than people's lives. So Piers, don't interrupt me as you're talking about abortion rights and you say you support a woman's right to choose. Shut up and listen. As someone who's a mom, as someone who could have died herself, okay? It's time for you to shut up and listen to the women who are telling you loud and clear, we are dying out here. You're putting our lives on the line out here. Women in red states, women in blue states, women all over. It doesn't matter whether we love Trump or we hate Trump. The effect of overturning Roe v. Wade is the same. Our lives are on the line, okay? We don't need to imagine the future. It is here right
You've made your point. You made your point very forcefully. Go on, change topics.
There's a good point, and I would like to not be on the air anymore. I want to go somewhere else. Please, someone call. Oh, I got a phone call. My house is on fire. Oh no, what horrible timing. But anyway, no, that was great. People are posting. And I gotta take this one. Envy Susie says that woman next to Fran in that clip totally was me. Fit Mama Dragon says some heroes don't wear capes, and that hero is Franny Fio. A lot of people were saying they felt like the woman next to you, and someone said they were doing air punches. But yeah, no, it was a great point. And I don't know who the other 2 women were. I assume they were on the other side of that issue. But was that the end of the conversation about abortion, by the way?
It was mostly the end of it. And what I think is interesting about this moment is that the other 2 women were largely silent on the issue, because I actually think they are pro-choice, even though they might lean conservative, especially the woman farther to my right, who is sort of like has defended Bibi Netanyahu for a year now and is sort of like a staunch MAGA supporter, and even then later admitted in this interview that she also has a relationship with RFK Jr. and they DM, so it's like, oh God. But look, I think this right, poor Cheryl. This is the abortion rights issue, again, as I mentioned, cuts across party lines. And it truly is a case where if it didn't happen to you, you didn't have a miscarriage, and you didn't need a DNC, a dilation and curettage, right? Which helps you expel that miscarriage. It happened to someone that you know, right? And for example, I have a friend, my best friend was pregnant with twins. And one of those twins had a genetic disorder. She had been trying for so long to get pregnant. That twin would never have survived. And in fact, was putting the other baby's life at risk. And what a terrible moment. What a horrible thing to have to go through. If she had not been in a state where she could get a safe DNC, albeit sad, albeit, tragic, she would have lost both of those babies, potentially her life, and the ability to ever have children again. That's what would have happened if she had been in a state with anti-abortion laws. And you guys, I know it sounds like, especially if you're a man, you've never been pregnant, you don't know a lot of pregnant people, you don't really know how the reproductive system works, or if you're a woman and you've never been pregnant, it seems weird to you, right? I don't know these terms. No, it happens all of the time. It is so common. So we're criminalizing women for their own reproductive systems, or the genetics, or the chromosomal abnormalities of their unborn fetus. I mean, it's just like on and on and on. And when I say bureaucracies, I mean bureaucracies. There are hospital workers who are saying, gee, what does the lawyer think about me saving this woman's life? Yes or no? That is what we're talking about here. So again, Piers is on and on about, well, everyone's being dishonest because Trump says he won't sign a national abortion ban. He said he won't sign it. He said he won't sign it. First of all, John, we've talked about it. There's no way in hell, if Trump were to get into office again, he's vetoing an abortion ban. Also, you don't need an abortion ban if you pass a fetal personhood law, does the exact same thing. But again, we don't even need to imagine it. The right loves to have imaginary debates. Well, we're debating reality. We just have to look around us and talk to the women around us to know what's happening.
Yeah, and by the way, what sort of people would he continue to put onto the Supreme Court? Like, do we think the Supreme Court this last time around was willing to effectively kill Roe v. Wade and theoretically put it back to the states? Yeah. And I'm sure that's all they'll ever do on the topic. I'm sure they'll never weigh in to chip away at the rights across the country. No, like his presence in the White House, even if you believed that he would veto that bill, which is crazy to think, but even if you believed it, would still jeopardize even more so those rights going forward. Anyway, great appearance. You've had a lot of great moments on the show. People were mentioning you eating your cat and stuff like that. But
thank you.
But that's
Check
why I
out.
know.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't want to be a Piers Morgan. I'm not interrupting you. What were you saying?
No, you can interrupt me, John. No, yeah, check out, I did a full breakdown. There was a couple other choice moments in that entire exchange, including me calling Piers out for his, very rage bait model that he runs over at Uncensored. So go to youtube.com/FrannyFio and check out that. And yeah, give me the clicks, man. I do this for free.
Do that. Yeah, I mean, you're already on this video, presumably, but then also go over there. If you liked her there, she does a full show.
Yeah.
By the way, can you just start telling more of your guests to shut up and listen? Okay. Anyway, I want them to get what they, came in for.
Absolutely.
But anyway. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?